Hello guys, and welcome back to Brickmont Builds. It's Cameron. Been quite a while since my last upload, but figured I would show you the fleet as of current 2026. Not as much as I've had in previous ones, but it's been a fleet I've been happy for the most part. And I'm sorry for all the stuff in the background. I'm trying to start Lego City. That's kind of the next chapter of this, kind of moving away from building fire trucks and expanding my city. Still be fire truck videos and I'll still build them, but just gonna see less of that, more of the city in the future. So currently have about 5 departments here. Lincoln is our main, starting from here all the way over. That's all for Lincoln. Then we have a couple side departments, ambulance service and such. So we'll begin with Lincoln. Lincoln is as of right now, is a town. Paid fire departments, combination paid and on-call firefighters. So first out engine, Station 1. It's a 2020 E1 Typhoon Emax. Credit to Will, aka Brookfield Fire Department on Instagram. Doesn't have a YouTube currently, but design is mostly his. And that is the first out engine for Lincoln. It carries extra case and equipment and a Jaws of Life too. Engine 2, it's a real old one, 1986 E1. Don't remember all the exact specs, but it's definitely old. You got the old rotator lights on top. This I really like. This was based on a department near me, I should say. But that runs out of Station 2. It's currently a call rig / reserve, so doesn't see much action throughout the town. Pieces falling off everywhere. That leads us to our next rig, which is Engine 3, 1995 E1. Pieces keep coming off. So this is second due out of Station 1. I really like the way it came out. I like the roof. It's supposed to be like those older E1s. And being the E1 Huss, it has the engine out of the rear, so it's kind of a cool little part of it. Put that light back on if it'll stay. Next up, we have our tanker. This is Tanker 1. It is a 2000 Mac MR. Custom fire apparatus body. This was inspired by Silverford Area Fire on Instagram. His design, almost 100%. But it's a nice tanker. Story is that the town acquired it recently to replace an older tanker. I'm quite happy with that one. Next is Tower 1. This is a 2014 Seagrave Marauder 75-foot aerial scope. This is based directly off FDNY ladders. Story is that the town purchased one after the FDNY had a surplus. It's based on Pembroke, New Hampshire. They're a volunteer department, and they have an FDNY tower that they purchased surplus in 2014. And credit to all that goes to Barry Brick Fire. He's on both YouTube and Instagram. But that's our tower, and that runs out of Station 1. Same with Tanker 1. No, Tanker 1 runs out of Station 2. So that's an on-call rig. And next, we kind of have all of our small fleet support rigs. This is Antique Engine. This was acquired through a friend who acquired it from someone else. So this has been passed through a couple builders in the community. But it's a 1939 AOF pumper. It's our parade / antique rig. It's a really nice piece. Next up we have our forestry. This I redesigned yesterday. So just a little basic 2011 Ford F450 / Outback brush truck. I don't remember the pump specs, but I'm not too happy with it. It's probably going to go through a couple more redesigns before I'm happy with it, but that runs out of Station 2. Next, we have our 2 command rigs. I'm going to skip over to that, just get the rest of the utility and the others. This is our utility, 2019 Ford F350 with a flatbed, customized in-house. It's a nice little truck. It's probably going to be redone too. I'm not really happy with the back of it, but it's a nice little fleet truck. That runs out of Station 1 and it hauls our marine and is used for errands and such and assisting with medical calls. Our smaller stuff right here, just a, this is the plow. You guys can see if that focus, and that just hooks up to the utility. Show you guys if we can get it. One second, guys. The plow is not currently hooked up the best, but a lot of these things are going to be redesigned in the future, so. And here we go. So, just a utility hooked up with the plow, rotates and such. Came off right there, but that's where the plow goes, and that is hooked up during the winter. Often help with calls during storms and such. We have Marine one. Marine one's really nothing, just a Zodiac rigid inflatable, an outboard engine, and that is towed by Utility 1. Then we have our ATV with a custom trailer. This design also is credited to Silverford Area Fire, with tweaks done by me. So it's the ATV. Really simple design. You have backboard compartments for medical and rescue equipment. And you have your brush skid and a small pump. And seating for 2 in there with controls. And then just the trailer. Pretty basic design, but that is hauled by the forestry out of Station 2. And that, there we go. That basically concludes the Lincoln side. They don't really have, nothing else is planned for the department at the moment. With my Lego City expanding, we may see a change in rigs and a change in staffing and such, but that is it for now. Now we're going to get into the mutual aid truck. So we'll start with Lake Brick right here in the front. This is just a substation run with a guy on Instagram that I know. So this is just a Type 3. See if I can focus it a little better. Yeah, we're dropping pieces too. All my mutual aid trucks are missing a couple pieces here and there. But just a Type 3. Their first due is mainly Lakeside and State Park, so works out good for them for having a 4x4 Type 3. And then we have the Marine unit for them too. This is Boat 2. This is inspired by Washington Heights off Instagram. Modifications done, but it has a pump, small tank on board. Not pump, monitor. That's that, and that is towed by Brush 2. Brush 2, pretty simple. If it will focus, just I want to say it's like a 2011 Ford F350 or F250. And then you just kind of got your pump, cones, extinguisher, surfboard, and just tools, and a hose reel on the side. So that's Lake Brick. They're a staff department too. If I remember correctly, it's weekday staffing and increased staffing during the summer for tourist season. But that's Lake Brick. On to, start with the ambulance here. It's Metro EMS. This was started with a guy on Instagram. Metro EMS is responsible for EMS coverage for all my departments, minus Lake Brick. So this is pretty basic. 2023 Chevy. Don't remember what the box is. But I'm really happy with how this came out. I think the simple paint scheme here of white and orange really make it pop. So that's the ambulance right there. And this particular ambulance, this is Metro 21. That runs out of Lincoln headquarters, out of their station. This is Lakeside Engine 1, 2001 or 3 Pierce gas. Missing a couple pieces, but it's wrapped in pink. It was built for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is their first out engine. Just pretty simple Pierce. Nothing really special to it. But I think the pink looks pretty good on it. It's kind of a cool piece to have. Next up, we have the return. Some of you guys might know Sugar Hill Fire Department I have for a while. Brought back a rig for them under their new paint scheme. This is a 2024 Pierce Enforcer custom pumper. 1,500 gallon per minute pump, 1,000 gallon water tank. And Sugar Hill is again paid and on call. So a lot of my departments are paid or on call. We're a busy area, so really happy with how this came out. The dark gray, black stripe, and the yellow. It makes it really pop. This is one of my favorite rigs probably out of the entire fleet. Finally, we have Tower 1. Tower 1 is I don't remember the exact year, but it's an HME aerial bucket. Cool history behind this. You guys don't remember, my first Lego ladder truck on my YouTube channel was a Yo HME stick, and that's how this originally came to me. Good friend Spencer, he was on YouTube for a little bit too. He built this based off mine in red, and it went to another good friend of mine on Instagram, Brendan, Code 4 Customs. Went to him, was refurbed, went back to Spencer, and eventually came back to Brendan, and then Brendan gave it to me. So that's kind of a cool little piece of history. I refurbed it a little bit, but this is for, I don't remember the name of the department, but this is more of kind of a sentimental piece than anything. But I think it's really cool to have it. Kind of, if you guys, have watched my channel for a long time, since the beginning, you know that the Yo HME was the first ladder truck I think I ever really built in Legos. And the first one I really showcased on YouTube. So it's kind of a cool little piece of history to have. But that kind of wraps up the fleet. We don't have anything else. I have a couple trucks coming in from a couple friends that we may feature later on. I don't know exactly what the plans are with my Lego City evolving. A lot of these rigs are probably going to be refurbed or more purposed into city rigs, but I'm not really going to think about that right now. I think in the coming months, we're going to try to get some videos out of just individual rigs. So let me know what you guys would like to see first, whether it's some of Lincoln's fleet or mutual aid, whatever. But just drop a comment, I guess. Tell me what you guys want, and I'm happy to be back on YouTube. Expect some content in the future. Hopefully we're going to get a little content in of the Lego City too, and just kind of me building that up, because that is the next big project, as I said. But I appreciate you guys all watching, and I hope you liked the fleet video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And until next time.